Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 4, and today we're taking a look at the 1992 Lancia Delta HF Integrale EVO. Now this is based on the first generation Delta that was produced between 1979 and 1994. This version was built between October 1991 through 1992 and is differentiated from other Deltas with its changed bodywork, wider front and rear tracks, bigger brakes and more powerful engine. And because it's got wider tracks on the front and the rear, it's got bigger flared wheel arches, and you can tell just from the bonnet that this car has quite a formidable engine under there. And it's based on the successful rally car that won the World Rally Championship 6 times between 1987 and 1992, with 46 events being won, meaning this is easily one of the most successful rally cars ever made. And it's also a practical 4-door hatchback. As you can see, it's got a decent amount of room up front, plenty of room in the back, and also a fairly decent sized boot on the go as well, as you can see. Not the most spacious boot on a hot hatchback, but still fairly spacious regardless. And because it's got 4 doors, it's also more practical than some 3-door hatchbacks. And it's fairly laid out in terms of interior. You've got all of your gauges pretty much in behind the steering wheel, and not festooned with technology, but then this is more about performance or practicality than luxury. And because it's not exactly weighed down with anything in terms of luxuries, it only weighs 2,866 pounds, which is despite the fact it's got an all-wheel drive system. But that all-wheel drive system is pretty necessary considering the beast of an engine it has under the bonnet. It's got a 2-litre turbocharged inline-4 engine producing 210 horsepower and 224 pounds-feet of torque. And I know that doesn't sound all that much in comparison to other all-wheel drive hot hatchbacks of today, but consider this is in 1992, and I'm struggling to think of any other hot hatchback from around this year or before that had anywhere near this level of horsepower, while obviously being a hot hatchback and having obviously all-wheel drive as well. So there might be one out there that I don't know of, but in terms of this game and other Forza games, I can't find another 92 or older hot hatchback that has this level of torque and horsepower. And obviously, like I said, with the all-wheel drive system, it keeps all of that power in check, while also giving plenty of grip and making it more usable on a day-to-day basis. So this is easily one of my favourite hot hatchbacks. I love Lancia cars. I wish, quite frankly, there were more from them on Forza games, because we've got the Stratos, the 037, the Delta S4, which was the even more rally, the Group B version of the Delta. And obviously we've also got the Fulvia, but outside of them, they're the only ones outside of this, obviously, that we've ever had. And Lancia have, some of the best cars ever that they've ever made, that I'd just love to have on a game. But maybe that'll come in a future Forza game. But for now, let's take this out onto the open road and see just what it can do. What's even a greater shame is the fact that they pulled out of the UK market, specifically not long after this, which is a great shame, because they're making great cars like this, but unfortunately now they're not making any good cars whatsoever. Pretty much being just a knockoff version of making knockoff versions of Fiats basically nowadays. Which is a great shame, because this and several of their other cars are superb, and this is easily one of my favourites. It's so well balanced in terms of its power, torque, the handling, and the agility that the car has on the go. And compared to other hot hatchbacks from the day, this just has every one of them pretty much licked, and it's even fairly powerful in comparison to hot hatchbacks of today. And it would easily be able to keep up with some of them with an acceleration time of 0 to 60 in 6 seconds, 0 to 117.4 seconds, and a top speed of 136 miles an hour. Now that top speed isn't all that great, granted, but the 0 to 60 time is fairly phenomenal, and beats several modern hot hatchbacks that are on this game. So really do like it, and it's obviously got plenty of rally pedigree behind it, meaning it's not just a practical hot hatchback, but also a car that has racing pedigree. which is always a good thing. Now, unlike several Lancias that they released in the 80s, 70s and 60s, this isn't the most beautiful looking car. There are certainly better looking hot hatchbacks from around the time, but outside of that there is really no complaints as far as I'm concerned. It's got plenty of grip, it brakes really well, it's got not much in the way of weight, and yeah, it's really rather fun to drive. And yeah, if you fancy taking it off-road like this, it's more than capable of dealing with it, because even though it's nowhere near as powerful or as extreme as the rally version, it's still got plenty of that rally DNA in it to make it really properly quick on-road or off-road. And yeah, like I said, it'll give plenty of other hot hatchbacks from the time a run for their money. And yeah, it's quite frankly one of the more underrated vehicles on the Forza games, to be honest. I don't see nearly enough people rant and rave about this car, which is a great shame because it is phenomenal. And yeah, easily one of my favourites from the 90s, and easily one of my favourite pre-2000 hot hatchbacks. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.